Welcome back to On Campaign with PostagothalyptiC and Helldivers 2. You are watching PostagothalyptiC Games. We are in orbit over the planet of Zea Rugosia, and we are dropping in to retrieve intel from a crashed recon vehicle. Gonna crush some squids today, hopefully find some super credits. Got some enemies down here. Here's where our black box site is. That's where our upload site is. I'm gonna start up here. I might kind of work around in a circle. See if we can't find some super credit. For loadout today, I'm going to do something a little different. Armor. Per Democracy Cape. The A9 Helljumper armor. And my AF91 Field Chemist helmet. One of my favorites. An AR-61 Tenderizer as a main weapon. P-113 Verdict as a sidearm. And then the trusty G123 Thermite Grenade. We're going down by ourselves, so I'm going to be taking that warp pack, try and get into those vaults. Got a Martin machine gun turret coming with me to watch my back. I have a personal order to use the arc thrower to kill a bunch of voteless, so I'll be bringing that down. And then we're going to be bringing my standard Eagle 500 kg bomb. We want to move fast, because I want to get some credits and get out of here. So we're going to be using that stamina booster as well. Alright, Helldivers, let's drop in. Before I forget, I want to remind you, please like, subscribe, share. If you're enjoying what I'm bringing you from the front lines of managed democracy, I appreciate the support. We are a small channel, but we are growing. Kind of a different perspective here on PostagothalyptiC Games. Also, feel free to stick around for an exclusive interview with Shipmaster Thompson after our mission today. Helldivers, I hit the ground, I take a look around. I see some blinkers in the distance, so I know there's going to be some POIs in the area, which is great, because I'll be looking for those in addition to my missions. As you see, I threw my pack down to my left. And after I head over here and arbitrarily climb it, I throw it on and head to pick up the rest of my gear, like 1, 2, 3. And I am on my way to liberate Zea Rugosia. Always try to remember, too, where you drop those supplies. You can see them on your map. And as I scan around on my map, you can see I can find POIs. I didn't mark that one, but you will see I occasionally mark them. In this case, I just knew I was headed that direction. So I was like, okay, there's one over there for sure. And then as you get closer, I'll point out again, the compass up top here, the little question mark appears, and that means you're headed toward a POI. And the reason I take the A9 Helljumper armor on these particular type of missions where I'm trying to get in, get out fast, find all my POIs, I guess I'm not quite credit farming the way people consider it. I like to complete my mission. I'm not going to drop in there and try and leave and just leave a bunch of stuff undone. That's not really my way. So I drop in, put in the democratic work on the ground, collect my super credits, and move on. But while I'm there, you'll see, I mean, you know, I'm a Helldiver commander. Currently, I believe, level 85. But I still stop and get those, you know, common samples, rare samples. Just because they're not supers doesn't mean I'm not going to pick them up. So this Illuminate scout punk thinks he's snuck up on me. But what he doesn't know is, you know, I've been periodically looking at my map to find these POIs. So I spotted him as a little blip on my radar a while ago. And after I saw his beam approaching, I was like, alright, it's time to take care of that. Ooh, super credits! As you can see, I cut this up because I had a lot of just running around. So you don't have to watch me just slog through the desert sweating, you guys. I do take advantage of this POI. It has ammo. And then I scan again. You can see I find one here. And then I find one a little closer. So I decided to head to that closer POI first. Oh, God. These bushes. If you really want to know what Zea Rugosia, in my opinion, is known for, it's rocks and bushes. Dead, scrubby bushes. You walk through a lot of them. I did check this crash site here. There was nothing there. No samples or anything. I either grabbed them already or there weren't any. I don't know. I scoop and poop that AT because I may need it. And then this POI, I don't need anything, but I do salute these dead SEAF. Strangely enough, guys, I'm an American, and most of my audience is American, but you never know. Get this guy here. Anyways, I'm an American, and so it was kind of significant to me. I started editing this on what is our Memorial Day. And that's kind of where we remember those who have sacrificed themselves. And it's not lost on me that Super Earth is kind of a parody of some things, we'll just say, blended together. But it was not lost on me that it was Memorial Day. So when I encountered Slaughtered SEAF this mission, I made it a point to salute them, even though that guy earlier there, I did stand on his chest. It was pretty disrespectful. All right, on to the mission itself. I have found the crash site. As you can see, I'm moving through the water. I wouldn't normally recommend this, but my plan was to kind of submerge myself here, and that way if the boatless tried to charge me, hopefully they'd be slowed down too by the water. Usually I don't wade into the deep water. As most of you know, we don't swim very well. I believe it's because our armor is heavy. My friend Helldiver Lord Dampnut believes it is just undemocratic to swim. That is his professional helldiving opinion. I have found the black box at this point, but I'm bound and determined to finish my personal objective for the day, which is to kill, I believe it's 250 voteless. I'll have to check a little later and see if I look at it. There, I've secured the black box after hanging out and zapping some voteless with the arc thrower. And we're going to make our way down through here. Now that's also, guys, quick tip. When you're moving through that crash site, run along the hull of the crashed vehicle. It's a lot faster than moving any other place. And usually your black box is right there somewhere. Quick pit stop here for some supplies. This AT I decided to use. I can't say for sure whether I put it to good use, but I did get some attention out of it. And then we get some attention from behind. So now things are starting to light up. I think I nabbed him before he called in his friends. That's always helpful. I blow away the immediate Illuminate opposition, gather my black box, dive into another box, and then actually get out of there. The dive was in case the Overseer took a shot. Guess he was too busy bleeding. I check my map again behind this rock, and boom, find some POIs to work with. I head towards the nearest one, and I don't know. Oh, more bushes. I'm telling you, rocks and bushes here on Zea Rugosia. Okay, no, it's not that one. So this one here is kind of interesting. I'm going to go through the wall here, but like I have a moment where I'm like, no, this section, and boom, it's right there, guys. I don't know what that was. It's like a weird super credits. Maybe it was a super credit, 6 cents. It wasn't. I don't have that. Man, I wish I did. Anyways, moving right along. You can see on my map here, guys, I've worked in that arc I had planned. I start just to the right of my drop point. You can see where my little supplies are to the north. Ah, this is the point. I look for a POI here, guys, and I don't find it. I probably could have zoomed in on my map and figured it out. I did fart around back in this back roomsy area for a moment, undeveloped area, and then I decided to move on. So I just head on around the perimeter of the city, head back in through that area. I had gathered that last POI. I find this one inside, and I head up the stairs. And what do I find but more disgraced dead SEAF? So I salute them and carry on about my mission.
There's something here.
I head down the street, storm over a car, and head towards this next POI. I get hit by a tremor. Guys, you can use the warp pack to move around when the tremor hits. You can use any mobility pack, really, jump pack, hover pack. Also, if you're trying to gain ground and there's a tremor on, you can dive, and that dive isn't affected, you know, because you're not in contact with the ground. So if that ever helps you. I take a stroll along the canal. I'm hopeful to see something, some kind of POI in there, but nothing tonight. I head on to Mr. Blinky. Metal, not bad. Always appreciated. We're going to head right out here. As soon as I pop out, I can see the objective tower in the distance. I did lose a clip in here where I took the tower from a few Illuminate voteless. It was pretty minimal resistance, guys. I just kind of walked up and arc throwered them to death. You can see the horde is approaching here, and I just zapped the crap out of them, so pretty effective against hordes as long as you have some distance. Kind of helps that it arcs to more than one voteless. They still can, as you can see, close the distance and cause you some trouble, but that's what I brought the warp pack for. That and getting into bunker vaults. We've got our tower up and running. Time to head on over and adjust it so that we can get our signal through. I never pay a lot of attention to which way this needs to go. I really should. But when in doubt, guys, hit that tower, pick a direction, start spinning that sucker, and just don't stop till it bleeps at you. Head on back, flip it on, and we're well on our way to victory. As it's going, I kind of scan around, throw a Martin turret out there so the machine gun can deploy and cover my butt. But we have no problems. He covers me. I head on out, try and get some more arc thrower points. He soaks up most of them, but I managed to snag a few. Martin works hard for democracy. He's no slouch. Taking a brief pause up here on this rock, I pop my map open and kind of do a quick scan around. I'm not seeing a whole lot, so I head on out. And as I traverse the treacherous bushes of this world, I find yet another horde of voteless, waiting for the bug zapper to find them. And oh, does it. Look at this glorious, democratic display of lightning distribution. Man. Not a single one got even close. I didn't know they had range like that. I slide down this sand dune because I try and sprint straight up the side. And I believe this is just about the time I decide, you know, pretty sure I've mopped it up. Let's head on home. I may not have found every single sample out there, but I sure did my share. And something to keep in mind is, the quicker you do your mission, the higher your impact can be. Especially as a solo diver. So we've called in extraction. I've got a little bit of interest here, but Martin and I make quick work of it. All there is to do now is enjoy the resources, salute the dead, and defend the LZ. As always, Martin is working hard to hold it down. I'm trying to help him. So far, so good. The hordes start to pour in around the gate, and I get the arc thrower working. Martin rains down a little lead for help.
Sending down sentry. ETA T-minus 30 seconds. ETA T-minus 20 seconds. ETA T-minus 10 seconds. Pelican 1 arriving at coordinates.
How'd you like the taste of freedom?
Not a single Helldiver lost on that mission. A result as glorious as it is atypical.
An astute observation, Shipmaster. I look forward to our interview. Let me get cleaned up, and then we can start. Hail Super Earth?
Hail Super Earth.
All right, I'm back, and the Eagle Sweat is on, and apparently it's working. Let's get moving on this excellent interview of an unsung hero of the Federation. All right, you stand here. I'm going to go over here and find my mark somewhere.
You're doing democracy.
Hang on. Thanks for the vote of confidence. Oh, you know what? Shoot. I think I forgot my notes. Let me go grab those, and you guys enjoy this excellent ad from a proud Super Earth company.
My family has owned this same cabin for generations, right here in Superstone Park. Which is why I choose Morganson for all my hunting needs. Like this SG-12 Breaker Assault Shotgun. Same as Pa. Now that is what I call tradition.
Hunting, warfare, home defense, but most of all, tradition. Morganson, a Super Earth company.
Ah, tradition. I'm back and ready, Helldivers. Let's go speak with this hero of the Federation. Shipmaster Thompson, thank you for meeting with me. Let's go ahead and get started. For the super citizens watching this transmission on Super Earth and throughout the Federation, what does it mean to earn an assignment aboard a super destroyer?
Super Destroyer crew assignments are some of the most sought after in the fleet. Everyone wants to be on a Helldiver's destroyer.
What are your duties aboard the Sentinel of Democracy?
Ammo, fuel, personnel. I manage everything on this ship with one thing in mind. Making sure you have the support you need, Helldiver. Keeping things running around here isn't easy. But if that's how I can best serve Liberty, I'll do it gladly.
Very patriotic. And what would you say your favorite thing about the super destroyer is?
You know, this destroyer has enough ordnance to level a small moon. I've done the calculations myself.
I'd like to see that. The might of the Sentinel shattering moons?
The destroyer is mighty, but it's not Super Earth's greatest weapon. No, that is managed democracy. The one thing our enemies can never understand.
After spending countless democratic hours of duty in hostile sectors, how do you keep morale steady aboard the super destroyer?
Even though the First Galactic War ended almost 100 years ago, we're still enjoying the freedom those heroes fought and died for. Maybe in another 100 years, our descendants will be doing the same. When I get exhausted, I just think of all the brave Super Earth colonists out there settling new planets. They do their part, and we do ours. I thought we had a lot of planets when I was a kid, but we've settled dozens more since then. A few generations from now, and the entire Milky Way will be one united democracy.
And I'm being told we're almost out of time. So one last question. From the folks at home, what's the secret to maintaining discipline and the spirit of democracy day to day aboard a super destroyer in hostile space?
Some of the crew like to talk about what they'll do when the war is over. I don't allow that sort of thing. We need to focus on the fight. I give every crew member a half day off on Liberty Day. Some things are sacred, even on the front. There's no day-night cycle on board these ships. I like to imagine it's always morning, with a whole day of defending freedom left ahead of me.
Well, Shipmaster, thank you for your time. I would love to speak with you again in the future, and hopefully you enjoy a more than democratic day. Till next time. As we wrap this episode of Postagothalyptic Games, a word from Super Earth.
Take a moment to remember. Hugs are free.
Hugs are free. Anything to add, Shipmaster?
Democracy conquers all.
It sure does. Have a great night, guys. We'll be seeing you next time. Postagothalyptic, signing off. Now that was satisfying.